Before you say I do, what is it that you're supposed to do? Hiyo ndo swali mimi nauliza this morning. As a woman, probably, what would be some of your expectations?
Always, the dating season is very important, which right now we all know people skip. They skip to the next level, you know, like people don't really take time to know each other. People don't date. Yani ni kama dating ili scrap you off the books, you know. But if I was to go that way, if I really want to say I do, I would look for spirituality is very important for me. Spirituality ni kitu ya muhimu sana. I need to know what this person believes in. Who do they believe in? Unajua siku hizi kuna mambo mob sana huku nje. So I need to know this person, their spirituality, their values. Mtu ana respect. Does he respect women? Does he respect? Akona respect, akona heshima. Anapenda kufanya nini? It's really important that you know people. And also, a very important fact is that children, lazima tukae chini to decide, do I want to have children? Do you want to have children? I think that is something that people really skip. People just assume because we are getting together, sini lazima we have children. I don't know why people assume that topic, but I think it's very important to ask your person, like, would you love to have children?
What if it never happens? Ajue, like, as in, munaongea, munaulizana, what if lazima we never have children? Would you have a problem?
Yes,
you know, those are
exactly. Those are some of the things. Lazima ulize mtu, unataka kuhave watoi, na kama unataka kuhave watoi, how many children would you like to have? Financially, who is going to be responsible for all our bills? I think that's also a very important fact, because we assume, I'll get into a relationship and assume, because you're the man, you're going to sort out everything. But the guy is like, Z, it doesn't go that way. Where I come from, it doesn't go that way. We split 50-50. I think these are some of the things. But for me, actually, really, spirituality really matters. What do you believe in? You know, if we get children, what religion are they going to be in? You know, that is something that is very sensitive. Religion inakuwaga very sensitive. So tuna need kujua, tukishapata watu hii. And then where are we going to live? Tutaishi wapi? Mimi niko kazi ya Rembes, yako kazi labda na huku Kamulu, tutaishi wapi? Unaelewa? Kuna zile vitu zenye I think watu overlook, but people really like to assume things. Like, who is going to do the house chores? Like, Cutie is going to cook. Who said I know how to cook? Waze kuniambia, by the way, I eat fish.
People expect
najua nafaa kuchinja kuku. You know, there's some things we assume, but probably I don't even know how to get into the kitchen. But wanna assume because I am a woman. Kuna zile vitu wanaitaga wife material. Unajua kikaa chini wakianza kutuanalyze wanasema wife material lazima ajue kupika. Unajua kupika ugali, unajua kupika chapo, unajua kupika samaki, kwanza chapo. Very, very important. So I think hizo ni vitu watu wanafaa kukaa chini. House chores, like, nani atafanya kitu fulani? Una expect mimi Cutie utoka job 9 p.m. Hiyo ndio time takuja kupika hiyo sapa. Like, there are some things that we need to sit down as a couple, but it's really up to us. I don't think kuna ile manual ati yenye na work for everyone. What might work for me might not work for Safin or might not work for CJ. So it's just you sit down with your person, mkae chini muagree, because yeah, sometimes the man can decide, I'm going to do all the financial things, and then you do the house chores. So it really depends with you what you're looking for and what you want. It's your individuality. Yeah.
Hizo ni expectations.
Expectations.
You need list your expectations. Reality ko ground is different. But anyway, I'll come back to you just to talk more about issue you're dating. What do you mean when you say dating? Yeah. But CJ, people think that decision to get married is more important than even the preparation for the marriage. We tend to, once somebody may decide to settle down, they start saving and they start inviting people for WhatsApp groups, those who do that, and forget the journey to prepare for, you know, that transition. Talk to us about, before you say I do, what is it that you must consider?
First of all, let me speak on the behalf of the people that Cutie has had issues with, both the fish and the chicken eaters. Your expectations are valid. You know, she's saying somebody will expect you to be able to cook fish on the behalf of the fish eating.
Cook fish.
I don't know.
Fish, yeah, on the behalf of the fish and the chicken eating nation.
You're well sorted.
But you see, the thing that has happened is that we are a generation that gets what we want very quickly. Because we have gotten used to accessing products and getting to destinations quickly, we have then not seen the need to follow process. Why should I wait for this if I can get there tomorrow. So you see, part of those conversations would be go to school and make money. Then we realize we can make money without going to school. So why should I go to school? If the goal of going to school is to get a good job and get money. So if I can get money without following that whole process, why should I? I think the thing of the promise that we give people has made people find ways of getting there without going through the process. Because you're saying, if you follow this process, you will have a solid marriage. And then they see somebody else who says they have a solid marriage and they didn't follow the process.
So why?
So then why should I follow that whole process? Then probably I'm seeing somebody else who followed that process and their things are not working.
Yeah.
So as people are growing, we need to take them back to not just the promise, but then they need to understand the importance of the process minus the promise. What does this thing do to you? I think that the importance of the dating period or the courting, depending on, you know, how you view it, because there are people who think dating is a very loose term as well. You know, some people who are very conservative, they think that dating means you play around with everybody. So they might even send texts here and say, dating is wrong. So to take care of those guys, as well.
Courting.
Yeah. So we'll say courting or dating, whichever. But I think that the importance of that is for you to be able to understand this person. Let's leave even the marriage first. Before cars are presented to the market, before aeroplanes or any product is presented to the market, it is taken through various tests. So that by the time you say, if you buy this car, this is an off-road car, it is not an imagination. It has gone through those processes, it has broken down, they've taken it back, they've redesigned it, they've worked on the parts that they felt that did not go very well. By the time they're telling you this thing can withstand the rains, the floods, the mud, you can use it, it can give you this level of speed, they have actually subjected it to that. What we do when we say I do is you present a product that mostly has not been tested and then give a promise, this is an off-road car, but it has never been tested off-road anywhere. The importance of the dating period is that you need to know who this person is, because this is not a job contract where you say, let's see your CV, and we will be spending hours, like 8 hours in a day with you, and the contract is for 2 years. If you're very, that's for those who are actually lucky. It probably would be 1 year, and these guys know that they can either terminate it, or they can refuse to renew it, and then they know that they work with you within limited space and scope. This is somebody you're going to be waking up beside.
Every day.
Every single day. Changing before you, and there's no contract. You only sign a certificate. There's no contract that this is going to be the behavior. There's no contract. There's nothing that is written down like at a job interview. There's no JD or something. You're actually creating your own JDs. So eventually what you're going to be dealing with is the core of this person, who they are. And I love what Kitty brought up about the values, because that's everything I think about whenever we talk about what are you supposed to be looking for. What is the value system that this person have?
Before we get to the value system, when you say road test,
See,
let's not quote you out of context.
No.
What do you mean road test? Does
In
it mean
fact,
you can start kidogo?
Even to imagine that you're quoting me out of context is already out of context.
No, I'm speaking for myself
Yes.
and 1,000 others.
See,
What do you mean? We can test this marriage and see whether it can work so that we can solidify it.
look at how this person responds to different things. Look at how they treat people. Look at how they relate to pressure. Look at how they are managing their personal change and changes around them. Listen to how they talk about other people. Listen to how they talk about the day-to-day events. When you're talking about something that has happened around relationship and family, hear their thoughts about it. Hear their conversations about men, about women, about family, about all of this. Just those off-the-cuff remarks. You listen to that. Watch how they behave when they're upset. Watch how they behave when they are not sure, when they're not aware that they are being watched. Watch how they behave when they are not putting up a show or a performance. Listen to what their friends say about them. what kind of family did this person come from? Because